Hello, my name is Chris Roberts. I'm an arts reporter and producer with Minnesota Public Radio News. But more importantly, I'm a clueless soccer dad. Both my boys play soccer. I go to their games. I don't know what they're doing or why they're doing it. I'm betting that there are dozens, if not hundreds, of parents out there who are just like me. We don't know why we're cheering unless somebody scored a goal. That's why I brought my two colleagues with me today to McMurray Field in St. Paul. Mark Wheat with The Current, Euan Kerr with Minnesota Public Radio News. They're going to help me. They're going to show me and you the rudiments of this beautiful game we in America call soccer.
Okay, one of the first things we're going to do is talk about positions. People get really confused because you hear all these different names, halfbacks and centre forwards, but basically it breaks down into three kinds of players. There are the forwards, there are the midfielders, and there are the defenders.
Of the defenders, the goalie is a very special individual. First of all, he's usually tall, so he can at least touch the crossbar to defend the goal appropriately, and he's the one that wears the really, really, really big gloves that makes him actually look like one of those cartoon characters. And they usually dress in neon colors, which adds to that, but they're not cartoon characters. They are the goalkeepers. And they're special because they're the only ones who can handle the ball, pick it up with their hands officially, but only in the penalty box.
In the middle, we have the midfielders. They're really important. They run really fast, so they can go back to help with the defense and forward to help with the offense.
And the midfielders are generally accepted to be the fittest individuals on the team because compared to other sports, they run an awful lot. They're basically moving the whole game, either forward and backwards. Alternatively, the prima donna forwards at the front, who are expected to score the goals, they don't run very much. They lollygag around until their one chance comes, and that's what they're paid to do, put this ball into the back of the net. They're the forwards.
The fine art of dribbling. This is where an individual player moves the ball downfield with it at his feet, using little short kicks, which mean that it doesn't go very far ahead of him, so that he can either take the ball forward, pass it to another player, sometimes actually juke around a defense player trying to stop it.
When an attack breaks down and the goalkeeper has the ball in his hands, he can just throw it out of his area to redistribute it to his team. Or he can punt it out, and this means he can take the ball with his hands and drop kick it as far as he possibly can down the field. The other way the goalkeeper distributes it is for a goal kick, and that's when the ball has gone out over the goal line and it was put there by the attack. Then the goalkeeper is allowed to pick up the ball and place it in front of his goal and kick it back into play. That's a goal kick.
Now, if the ball goes over the end of a defending player, then you have what's called a corner kick. An offensive player goes down to the corner, puts the ball in the little triangle, and is allowed to kick the ball across the goal. This is actually a really, really important offensive move. It's not quite as serious as a penalty kick or a PK, but it's pretty darn close. And you know that there's a lot of really worried people on the field.
So there are a few phrases, if you're a clueless soccer dad, that you might find a little confusing, like a wall pass. What's a wall pass? There aren't any walls. It's an open field. Well, a wall pass is a really clever, quick way to beat a defender. Two attacking players come towards the defender, and one plays the ball off the other as if he was a wall behind the defender and runs past the defender. It's a very good way of beating a defender. But Euan and I would need another person. We'd need a clueless soccer dad to demonstrate the wall pass.
That would be me. Thank you, Mark, for letting me back in your video. Now, my fundamental disappointment with soccer is this. Goals are scored so infrequently. What's up with that?
Well, they're very precious. They're very hard to come by. It's a game that's designed for it to be very hard to score a single goal, and a lot of games are decided on single goals. And that's why they're so important. That's why they create so much passion in the crowd and in the players, because they come very infrequently and they can be so valuable. But I think the important thing especially for American fans, is to learn to appreciate other things other than goals. And that's near misses, beautiful plays, just a dribble, a nice move, a deft touch. Most of the nations that are really, really good at soccer have awesome musical traditions to their cultures too. Brazil is the perfect example. They've won the World Cup 5 times. And if you watch the game and think about that, it is a lot about tempo. It's about rhythm. It's about the beat of the ball moving between the players. And sometimes when the teams are passing the ball across the pitch very, very slowly, they're waiting. They're taking their time, looking for the exact right moment when they can change that tempo and attack the other team. It's all about rhythm. It's all about music.
You know, in some ways it is like the ocean in that there's all these things going on, the currents, the movement backwards and forwards. You have to kind of study the game and work out what those little beautiful elements are which come together to create this glorious game we call soccer.